Alrighty, so today I'm coming in with you guys for a quick video. This is just a PSA, completely different from my video from yesterday, but this is just a PSA that your local library exists. Now, if you live in a very small rural area where you don't have access to a great public library, I apologize. Obviously, this does not necessarily apply for you, but I think that me personally, maybe you guys will say I'm silly, but I think this is something that a lot of people can relate to. When you're a kid, if you're lucky to have parents that have the time to take you to the library and actually check stuff out and do things, you take advantage of it. You love the library. You get books all the time. Maybe they got the Pokemon League there. Ours did in Fort Wayne, where I grew up. That was pretty sick when I was in elementary school. But the library was like awesome. But then as you get older, you almost just stop going and then almost forget that it exists. Now, when you get in college, if you decide to go to college, obviously you spend a lot of time in the library, but almost nobody I know, at least in the classes I was taking, ends up actually renting any books out of the library, which is pretty crazy because I have to be honest with you guys, now that I'm an adult and I'm actually looking into professional publications and things like that, my library at Indiana University would have had basically everything that I'm looking up now trying to bootleg through Sci-Hub for free. So that's just, part of the message here. But if you guys don't know what Sci-Hub is, I don't want to encourage you to do something that would be bad, but Google it. My point in saying this is that me personally, I'm very interested in music, movies, TV shows, entertainment in general, and reading and learning more, about the stuff that I'm interested in. When you are partaking in those kind of hobbies, you can almost have an inclination to start collecting things. Like if I want to read a new book that came out, I need to go buy this book. If I want to watch a TV show that's no longer on streaming or on TV itself, if you actually have TV, then I'm going to buy the Blu-ray or the DVD. If I want to listen to certain music, I'll listen to it on streaming. Or if you're crazy, collector mindset like I am, you'll buy CDs and vinyl and stuff like that. But what's funny is that over the past couple months, via coming to the library to study for stuff in my professional life and for the, to work on making things for the educational YouTube channel I'm trying to start up, I've realized that I completely forgot about the library. I spent probably within the last 2 years so much money on just getting CDs and vinyl and DVDs and Blu-rays and games. Obviously this library doesn't have games, but some of them do, to put into my collection. And I do enjoy my collection. I like the things that I bought. I've rationalized it over the past year to just kind of own stuff that I want to own forever. But that being said, if the goal was just to listen, watch, whatever, as many things as possible, I'm not going to allude. I personally have a media server. I'm not going to say that you should take CDs from the library and rip them to your computer. I'm not going to say that. But the library has turned into a great resource for me to get access to things that I'm interested in that I don't want to spend money on because I'm trying to save money, pay down debt, do all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to say to you guys, PSA, the library still exists. You can go to the library. It's very helpful. Your local library is even more helpful if you just need a place to work and study for your professional life outside of, work hours and things like that. Obviously, if you're don't bring actual work to the library unless you have a privacy screen, because obviously, but it's just been a great resource for me in the future. And I'm posting this video almost as a preamble to say that I have put together some notes for my next video on the educational channel, which will be about decision phases in the supply chain. It's going to be pretty high level, pretty quick video. I think it'll be interesting for you guys, but long story short, the library exists. Stop spending your money. Go, like, you can request a book. You know, I know a lot of people still read and they end up buying all these books on Amazon and stuff like that. The library will probably have it. I've also been pleasantly surprised. There's been a lot of CDs that are either harder to get your hands on or more obscure type thing, like, you know, only maybe a couple tens of thousands of people bought this record, or hundreds even. Like, for example, at this library, they had multiple CDs of like Static Selecta compilation albums with a bunch of rap artists that you know and love. So that to me was cool because it's almost like digging through the crates, but everything's free. You can take it home, you can enjoy it, and then bring it back. So I know a lot of people are not like me, don't have CD player or anything like that anymore. I personally do, but that's the PSA, that's the message. The library still exists, and I'll be coming here a little bit more often now that I want to post more often to the educational channel. So if I come across any books that I would recommend you guys that's pretty good, I'll let you know. I actually do have one recommendation. I almost made a video on it but decided not to. The book is called, I believe the book is called 5 Acres and Independence. And this book is an old book written by a guy that used to run a bunch of orchards but has done a lot of studying around that time. I believe is written in the 70s, of the different data coming out of the government run like farming facilities. And essentially he lays out the blueprint for how you could own a small plot of land and farm it efficiently and not make any dumb mistakes. Now, the caveat to this is that that book came out before everybody realized that excessive tillage was bad, that chemicals to boost production ends up being a wash and making it harder for you to maintain your soil. But this is like, I'm not a farmer, so, you know, I'm just reading out this book and seeing what I see on YouTube. But know that obviously that book that I just recommended you is not going to have the modern understandings of what we're learning about regenerative farming and stuff like that. But if you are interested in a book that talks about stuff like that, maybe to encourage you to put your own garden up, which is why I read it myself, it's a pretty good book. So anyways, that's the PSA. The library exists. Go to your local library, check it out, and that'll be it for today. See you guys.